when we've reflected on last week's game, I think when one or two players have performances that you're not happy with, you could look at the players. But when 95% of the girls just didn't look themselves, you have to look at everything. And we did that. And we said, okay, what did or didn't we do right in preparation for the Chicago game? And we felt that we maybe did a few things differently this week in preparation. A bit of less is more type attitude. And I think it paid off. I think we looked fresher. I think we looked sharper. And when we play like that, we're really difficult to play against. And, I think Sky Blue came here with a game plan to let us have it at the back and not let us have it in the places where we want to have it. But we tweaked some things around. And when you have players like Jess and Kim and Bev getting on the ball in those areas where we wanted them to, they're just really hard to play against. And I think we could have been more dangerous at times and we're a bit cautious, and I think that's maybe due to the last couple of games and the results. But overall, it was a fantastic response from last week's game.
Almost looked like shades of the Belgian men, the way things moved around and flowed up front. It's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, I think we know we can play and we know we can move the ball. And I think credit to the teams in the league, they've sort of gone, okay, well, we need to stop them doing that. And we tried to keep doing what we normally do, and it wasn't working. So we had to sort of slightly tweak it and change it. And we did that and, put a few personnel changes and a little tweak to how we play. And, I think it became really difficult for Sky Blue to get the ball off us.
Early pressure, early goal.
Mm-hmm.
You do make the number of goals change games. Did
Yep.
you feel like it earlier in the season you'd get that goal or two and then there'd be this lull that teams would get? Is that a good progression for your team?
Yeah.
How they responded?
Scoring early is a good progression for us. Scoring early and keeping our foot on the pedal. Even though we didn't score until a little bit later in the game, we probably had chances, just stealing it off the keeper, and a couple of other half chances where I felt we could have punished them earlier than the next goal. But yeah, to go into the half, 2-0 up is great. And then whenever it's a 2-0 game, the next goal changes the game. And the moment the third goal went in, I just thought it became a game there where Sky Blue then had to chase a little bit more. And then that opens spaces up for us. And then, we should have probably scored more goals than that. And, I'm just pleased with the overall performance of the players. I thought that they responded brilliantly to last week.
You said that the China game was one of the best team average you've seen. And then last week was one of the worst team average. Where do you place this one on that scale?
Closer to the China one. I think from my perspective, I think the China game was a really good performance from us with the ball, but we weren't a threat enough. And then I think this game we're a bit more of a threat, which is important. And I think that's what we need to be every week. And I just said that to the girls at the end, I think the big thing for us now is what do we look like against Boston? Do we look like we did today, or do we look like we did against Chicago? And that's down to us now. It's down to us. And we've got the next weekend off, and the girls get a bit of a break now, and then come back in, and then prepare for Boston, and then that'll be a tough game on the road because they do really well at home. So.
Do you have a sense as a coach coming into a game whether it's going to be, because there's pretty big swings between China and that's a rough game? Do you know coming into a game whether it's going to be a good one or a bad one?
Well, I am extremely superstitious, extremely, and I had a bad feeling about Chicago. I had a bad feeling about it. We just didn't fit. We didn't look right in the warm-up, and the girls were a bit distracted, I think. And I feared it a little bit today. I think it's difficult playing when the World Cup's on. It's difficult. I'm not used to it. I've never done it before. But we changed the mindset. The moment the Canada game finished, everything went off and it became about us. And I think that was important for us. And I just knew today we were going to play well. They very rarely don't respond, this group. I can't remember a time where they've been really poor one game and then the next game not responded. And I'm not saying the result ever is always what you want, but there's very rarely times where they don't respond. And even Chicago, where we lost away and then we lost at Kansas, we played really well in Kansas. We just conceded an awful goal from our perspective, and I just knew they'd respond today. But the key now is the next game. You know, we can't do that. We've got to get back into a rhythm of getting results when it matters. And we can't always play pretty, but we've just got to get the result.
Any other questions? How's Kim feeling after the PK?
She's annoyed she didn't score 2 more, actually. That's Kim. She was fuming that she didn't score the one where the keeper saved it, and then the one where she put it over the bar. That's Kim. And that's what makes her who she is. I think, you know, she had a phenomenal season last year from a goal scoring standpoint. But she had a lull in the middle of the season where she didn't score for maybe 6 games, I think. She can tell you better than me, for sure. And, you know, hopefully they've gone now and she can just go forward. And it's not just about goals for Kim, it's everything else that she brings to the game. And I think you saw tonight, her, Jess, Bev, some of the link-up play that they do at times is just scary, you know.